Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Be For Real podcast.
Outdoor edition.
Outdoor, we're so happy to be outside. The sun is shining and I'm actually getting hot. Like we are in t-shirts and tank tops right now.
It is amazing.
It is amazing and the sun is literally just beating on me and I'm like,
it's the best feeling.
Is this summer? Is this summer on the horizon?
Summer, where are you?
I freaking hope so because this just makes me so excited to be outside. And we were just talking about how, and we just have to do more this summer and go to the lake and just
be outside at all times.
We just want a beach and that's it.
Beach, sleep, repeat.
Yeah, beach, sleep, eat, repeat. Do it again the next day.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Yes, today's a good day. We're feeling happy. It is a Monday. We're starting off the week together recording.
Yes.
So it's a good week.
Yeah, crazy how it's a Monday though, because we don't usually record on Mondays. We usually record on Thursdays. But since Miss Girl over here is leaving on her trip on Friday to Japan, obviously
I need some prep time.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do right before a trip is be stressed out and have to do something. So we decided on recording today earlier in the week so that she can just be stress free.
Thank you guys.
Even though it's not going to be stress free though, because
thanks.
It's sorry, but
not the manifesting.
Prepping for vacation is just, I want to say stressful in the best way.
Yeah, it's the best type of stress.
Because you always feel like no matter how much time you prep for a vacation or whatever, it's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel a little stressful, but then it's good stress. And also, once you get in the car to go to the airport, it's like all that is just alleviated.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, until you're there and you're like, oh my God, do I have this? Did I forget this?
Yeah.
Once you're on that plane, you're just chilling.
Yeah. Once you're on the plane, you're chilling. So very excited for you. Like that's going to be so fun.
Me too. It's so funny because it's like whenever I'm going on a vacation where I've never been there before, it just feels so, I don't know, it's just insane to me. Like in my head, I'm like, especially because it's a foreign country, it's something so different than anywhere I've ever been. So like I'm just going to Mexico again for like the whatever time. It's like, I can't even wrap my brain around it. Like this is crazy. It's a whole brand new experience. Like everything I'm going to be experiencing is going to be new.
Yeah, no,
crazy.
I can relate to that 1,000%. Like whenever I go on to a new place, I'm like, this is actually crazy because when you live somewhere, it's like your day-to-day life, it's your home, right? But then when you go somewhere else, it's like, holy crap, like this is polar opposite to where I live and this is all some people know and this is their home and it's
just dropping yourself there and being like, okay, cool.
It's crazy to think that our world is actually huge and that we have all these different places and cultures and countries and whatever. We have so much on this planet that we have yet to discover and it's so different everywhere. It's kind of like a beautiful thing.
That's why it gives you such a travel bug when you go somewhere new.
That's so true.
This is out here, like what else is out here?
Yeah. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go visit and see every place in the world.
Yeah.
Because it is also different. Like the people are always different. The culture is different. Like the food is different.
It's super cool.
And it's so cool to like immerse yourself in that and be like, what the heck? Like we're so used to one thing, but then they're so used to another thing. It's so crazy when you really think about it and it's hard to wrap your brain around.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even feel real. Like I'm like, I don't feel like I'm going.
No, yeah. I feel like you're just all of a sudden going to be landing and you're going to be like,
oh, where am I?
I'm just across the ocean in Japan.
Yeah. And my mom's so excited too because she hasn't been back in 25 years. So it'll be her first time going. So I'm like, is it, because I was asking her, I was like, I'm so excited and like, I don't know what to expect. Like it feels so crazy to me. Like it's not real because I've never been before. I'm like, but you've been before, but it's been so long. I'm like, I'm like, how does that feel? She's like, I'm just so excited, especially to see how much has changed because 25 years is a long time in this generation. Even when I show her videos of like, you know, the machines where they blend up the 7-Eleven smoothies, like it just at the counter, Mom's like, that's crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, it's going to be crazy for you. But yeah, I'm so excited. I keep seeing so many like TikToks right now and a lot of them are, I actually hate the super like travel TikToker foreigners. Like I kind of hate it. Like every time people that have like a mic everywhere and they're like, today we're gonna be trying out, and I'm like, well, first of all, Japan is such like a quiet place. Like they're very just respectful. There's not like loud and obnoxious people there. So when like American tourists like pull up and they're like being loud and like
kind of funny,
ew, I kind of hate it. Like I'm like, stop. I'm like, I just want to be so low key when I'm there. I'm like, I don't want people to even notice me.
No,
but
I know what
not
you
in
mean.
a bad way, but I'm just like, that's a lot, especially because it is somewhere like that. It's different when you go to places and they're like, it's so crazy and rambunctious and fun, like they just want to party. But I'm like, this is not Japan. Like Japan, they're like very respectful and to themselves. So I'm like, ew. some of those videos. They just like ick me out. I'm like, this is aggressive. Like, I would not be filming that. That's crazy. Like, you just like I'm just imagining POV. I'm standing like and watching you, and I'm cringing. Because I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no.
Like if I was witnessing it in person, you know?
Yeah. Like if anything you want to blend in. It was funny because when we were in Hawaii, we overheard this conversation. Like we were just kind of walking and there's two people behind us or just had passed us or whatever. And it was hilarious because we overheard the conversation and the guy was like, oh my God, I can't believe they mistaked you for a tourist. How embarrassing. Oh. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
Funny because in a lot of places, I feel like they don't like tourists. But it's like at the end of the day, places that are popular with tourists and stuff, it's like that's what's bringing a majority of their revenue, you know, for the economy and stuff. So it's like there's pros and cons to it, I know, in certain places. And when you have to live around it, I know it's probably a whole different story. And like, I don't know, like we have never really had that experience here. No. So I can't imagine just going at, like, for example, living in like Maui or Hawaii or whatever. How many people on that island are tourists?
Especially like them taking your local places, the things you like to do already, and then now they're being like super busy because one went viral on TikTok, or now all the foreigners are going there, so now there's super long lines. Like, so then you can't do your normal things as much because the tourists are like taking over. That's what I can imagine is insanely annoying.
Yeah, I definitely would just be pissed off about that for sure. Like, imagine
it's like cool, come like experience our culture and have a good time, but don't make my local time worse because of it.
Yeah, and I feel like as long as you go somewhere and you're respectful and you kind of learn, you know, what's respected in their culture and what is considered not respectful, like as long as you know that prior to going and you kind of just have that social awareness and you're educated on it, I feel like that's just the most important part. Otherwise, it's like you're going to just be there disrupting the locals and the people who actually live there, you know?
And that's what I don't want to do. So I've looked into that in Japan because especially like even on all their trains and everything, like people don't talk. Like it's quiet.
Apparently
like,
you got to be, I heard
don't
that
answer
too.
the phone. Like don't be talking loud because it's just, that's what I'm saying. They're just like kind of quiet into themselves. So it's like, that would be rude.
It's a different way of life where here it's like you got somebody shouting on one end, you got somebody like talking real loud.
You got someone like friggin' busting moves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Wild. That's like in New York on the subways there. Oh my God, that's an insane experience.
Imagine like coming from Japan and then coming to like New York or something. God. You must be like, oh my God, everybody's so annoying.
That's a culture shock. Yeah, you'd be like, everyone is so annoying.
Yeah. I feel like you're just going to feel so zen there. It's just going to be so nice.
I'm excited for the zen. The tranquility.
And the matcha.
I was going to say 8 matchas a day. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I have to start prepping for literally 8 matchas a day.
Right.
You're like,
and
girl, get on it.
The viral thingies. I hate saying viral. Like, to be honest, being like, trying the viral snack from 7-Eleven. I'm like, that's so annoying.
That's so cringe.
It cringes me out. But will I be trying them? Yes. But will I be announcing to the world? No. Maybe.
No.
I don't know. Don't come for me if I do.
It's like your next video is like trying 5 viral foods in Japan.
Yeah. Trying the most viral spot you could ever know.
And then somebody stitches this and they're like,
Remember last week, approximately 5 days ago, when you said this?
Honestly, guys, the thing is, it's like, please never take what I say. Like, my brain changes, my mind changes very frequently. So if I like had an opinion on one thing, and then like a few months later, I was doing the opposite of that, you know what? It's fine, okay? Because a girl's mind just changes. Okay,
I find when it's on like deeper moral things, my mind doesn't change that quick. But like little things, like I said. When we were talking about fashion videos and we were talking about capris, okay?
Oh my God, I was just going to bring that up.
I was like, you'll never catch me in them. They're ugly. If something's wrong with me, if you see me wearing them. I did a collab with Princess Polly and I picked out capris.
You know what's actually...
I was like, you know what? These ones actually are cute because they're not tight and they were more like cargo vibe of capris, you know? And it was like adjustable to length. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the world's biggest hypocrite and I'm going to pick them out. So I did.
I was going to comment and call you out on that.
And like, oh.
But the reason why I didn't is because I'm not even kidding you. A week before you posted that video, I was on Pinterest, okay? And a pair of capris popped up on my Pinterest, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, wait, why do I really like the way that these are styled? And like, they look so good on her. And what did I do? I saved it to my outfit inspo board.
Yeah.
And then I was like, God, I just remember me saying
we were hating on them.
And then it was hilarious timing because then like a week later you posted that video and I was like, you know what, fair? Because a girl's mind, like when it comes to these little things, obviously, like you said, not moral concepts, like that's a whole different thing. But these little things,
totally.
like, okay, we could change our minds.
I think it's also for capris. For me, it's the type of shoes that you're wearing with it. I don't think with any shoe they look good. Like if I just wore a regular sneaker, I'd be like, that's literally ugly. But I feel like with like a little kitten heel or a loafer or a sandal, it can work.
Yes,
and that's
I love
when
that.
I think it looks cute. I think it can be done right. Also, if it's like skin tight ones that are more like leggings, I don't know if I like those because I just don't like wearing things that are skin tight like that. But worn right, they're cute. Sue me.
Sue me, my mind changed. And you know what?
Sue me.
It's also like the concept that we maybe just warmed up to them. After
we're evolving.
We're evolving. After seeing more pictures of them and more models wearing them and just more regular people wearing them, maybe our brain slowly adjusted to them. Like at first it was kind of like a fashion shock and we were like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Please no. But I guess on this one, we're a follower. We're a follower, not a starter.
We are.
It's okay. Dude, this is crazy. Pureskin is doing 50% off plus free gifts.
Let me tell you, if you've been dealing with breakouts, irritation, or premature aging, and you don't want to add any more chemicals to your face, you've got to check out Pureskin.
And right now, they're running a half off sale. They have to have a lot of trust in their towels to be doing this. This is nuts.
Yeah, 50% off plus free gifts for this sale. I'm talking Pureskin towels that are $30, bringing them down to $15. And you get free pimple patches, face scrubber, and a mystery gift.
This is the opportunity, guys. If you want to go clear and shop for you, your husband, your boyfriend, your loved ones, whoever, this is the opportunity to go and do that.
Try pureskin.com. You can click anywhere on this video to get access to the sale. Just make sure that you do it quick before some other person takes advantage of this. Get in on this 50% off plus free gift sale ASAP. Anyways, to get into our episode, we're gonna do a little bit. I didn't feel like doing a catch up because
I really don't have anything to catch up with.
We don't.
Honestly.
So sorry, we're skipping that.
Yeah,
but
sorry guys.
We wanted to do, Michaela, this was her shower idea today, she said, is doing like would you rathers made up by, is it ChatGPT or PT?
PT.
I think I say it wrong every time. Or I say a different version. And
probably.
I'm like, whatever works. It's like GTB. Like I don't even know.
Chat HQR.
H2O. I don't even know. But we're going to ask Chat. Let's just call it Chat.
Ask Chat.
Chat some would you rather questions in different themes. We wanted to do like kind of springy stuff, but also some random stuff. I just feel like it'd be kind of fun to see what it comes up with.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a good little idea because it's like then we can totally random, and also it just like brings up new topic ideas for us to talk about.
Exactly. And that's why I was like we could do some that are more lighthearted, some that are a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
See what we got.
Yeah. Okay. So what should our first little topic be?
Let's start off light and let's do spring.
Okay.
So search up like spring themed would you rather questions.
Okay.
My mom was having Chat design tattoos for her and she'd be like, I don't like it, make it thinner. I don't like it, do it again.
See, ChatGPT is so good. It literally could be your little assistant and like just it could keep going. It could give you 100 different versions of one thing.
Yeah, my mom all of a sudden was on it and she's like, I love Chat. Me Chat, I'm gonna use Chat all the time now.
Dude,
like, oh god, Mom.
No, once you start using it,
I know, I'm scared.
Like when I tell you I go to it for like every question I have instead of Google now because it's just like a straightforward answer.
I do like the AI generated thing on Google.
Yeah, and that's essentially what ChatGPT would give you.
So that's why I always look at those. Like it just gives me a quick answer. I don't have to read through websites.
Okay, here's our first one. Would you rather go on a picnic in a blooming meadow or take a scenic bike ride through a forest trail? I would say...
Wait, what's a meadow?
A meadow is like just kind of like open land. I'm pretty sure it has like some hills, it has some flowers. It's just a meadow. It's like
meadow.
Very fairy-esque, you could say.
I feel like a forest bike ride is a little more exerting than you would think.
Yes.
So I'm going to say a picnic.
I'm going to say a picnic too, just because that's very spring-coated.
It's very spring.
And who doesn't want to be in a meadow, you know?
Me. What's meadow?
What's meadow? Okay. Would you rather do a spring wardrobe shopping spree or book a last minute vacation?
Oh,
I know. That's a good one, Chat.
That's a good one. I'm gonna have to say vacation, but like I would love a shopping spree though. If it's in terms of shopping spree, like you can buy whatever, like it's like unlimited. Maybe I would buy a vacation with my shopping spree. No, I'm not me trying to hack the system.
No, you're trying to cheat the system. Literally.
I guess I would have to choose vacation.
I'm just trying to think. Honestly, like I do need a spring wardrobe revamp. And honestly, the weather, if the weather is good here, I'm going to choose a spring wardrobe revamp. Yeah. And if the weather is not looking so good, I'm going to choose the vacation, period. because you want to get out if the weather's not looking good. Would you rather day drink at a spring music festival or go wine tasting in the countryside? I say wine tasting in the countryside. I don't know. That's kind of just like a vibe in the summer. Specifically, I've done it. Like going to the Okanagan and going to the different wineries. It's a fun time. Yeah. It's a really fun time.
I do not like wine, but I will still go. And I'd probably still pick that anyways.
Yeah. Just for the vibes, you know. Dress up, look cute. You're not exhausted.
The only time I've ever actually drank wine was at wineries up in Kelowna, I want to say. Didn't like it, but I still did it because I just felt like I had to. You're like, I'm literally at a winery. You can't just not have any wine.
Yeah. That's funny. Like, I wouldn't say I like wine, but like I'll drink wine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you rather be allergic to flowers or to freshly cut grass for the whole spring?
I'm gonna have to. I kind of want to say flowers as my initial instinct, only because like
grass is everywhere.
It's literally everywhere. Like right now, there's not really flowers around us. But there's a lot of grass.
I would say flowers for sure because that's very much more avoidable.
I was going to say that too.
Than grass.
Yeah, and that would suck. I like fresh grass smell.
I know.
It's like fresh cut and it's nice. I was saying to my mom a couple weeks ago when it was nice out and I heard a lawnmower outside. I'm like, you know it's spring or summer when you hear a lawnmower going in the morning.
Literally.
Like, that's just a telltale sign.
That's so
the weather's
true.
Getting better. The weather's you hear the lawnmower going at 9 a.m.
If you were just plopped here like in your house and you heard the lawnmower going, you would know what kind of season you're in.
Yeah, I know the weather out. And I know it's good.
That's hilarious. Now we're going into kind of some mixed topics that ChatGPT gave us here. First one is around money.
Oh.
Lighthearted. Would you rather win $50K or have your best friend win $500K and they can't share it? Okay, I would say for sure best friend win $500K. For sure.
I would say that too.
Like 50K versus 500K?
500K is like, you're good. You're set up. Because it's like they can't share the money, but it's like, you don't know what.
But they could share their experience.
Yeah, and their life. I'm like, so take me on a trip then. What's
the deal? It's like, we're going to
they could like buy a house or like, what, I don't know, whatever the situation is. But I would say that too.
That would just be kind of selfish to take 50K when that's literally like, that's just a tiny portion of the 500K, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you can actually change somebody's life for the better rather than just like get 50K.
I would do that too.
Which in today's economy, 50K,
it doesn't go that far.
Not
as far as 500.
Not as far, exactly. I mean, it could definitely do a lot of good stuff.
Yes.
But not as far as 500. Oh, this is a really good one.
Oh.
Would you rather never pay for food again or never pay for travel again?
I immediately want to say travel because then you can travel all the time and then all you have to do is pay for food when you travel.
Yeah.
Versus if you don't pay, I just feel like I would spend, I don't know, kind of
This hard. Is a tough one.
But the thing is if I didn't have to pay for travel, I'd be traveling all the time. So I would probably spend a decent amount on food versus.
I think I'm leaning more towards never paying for food again.
Yeah.
Because it's like realistically, like, yes, if you pick the traveling one, you would go traveling a lot. But then like once you're traveling, it's like you have to pay for food. And then I don't know. I just feel like food, you eat food every single day, multiple times a day. So I feel like that would just be more beneficial because then you can also eat better food. You can go out to eat more often. You can buy more expensive groceries. Like you could just like really not limit. Like you can have all the organic stuff in the world and you don't have to think about how much it costs. You know what I mean?
True. Good point. The food one is good too though because you would actually save quite a lot. Yeah. Like especially if you're like someone who buys all the groceries for your home and all that and you eat out a lot. I don't know. You would save quite a bit.
I feel like the food one would affect your day-to-day more than the travel.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just feel like I would, if it came down to it, I think I would pick food, I think. And also, not a lot of people have the time to just go on a vacation because you need to make income to pay for your life living at home, you know?
True.
So, I don't know. I guess it just depends on your lifestyle too.
I think I would still pick travel.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I still have vacations that aren't paid off, but I paid off the food.
That's
so
hilarious.
I think I would have to say the travel.
Yeah. Well, that does make sense.
That's so funny.
That does make sense.
That was a good one.
Would you rather inherit $1 million with strings attached or earn it over 10 years with full freedom? I would say for sure earn it over 10 years with full freedom.
10 years is not that long.
It's really not.
To make $1 million, that's Is it that long, actually?
Wait, did it say 10 years? I mean, sorry, did it say $1 million? Oh, it did say $1 million. But it's strings attached. What does that mean, right? It would depend what the strings are attached.
I also think it would depend on what the strings are, but I think to only earn it in 10 years,
that would be like 100K, or less than 100K a year. But would you get paid, earn it over the next 10 years? Huh.
No, that would be 100K.
Yeah, that would be around 100K.
10 times.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Cute.
I do think it depends, though. I feel like I don't know.
It depends what the strings are.
I don't know. In this economy, making only $1 million after 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could make more. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, depending on what the strings attached were, now looking at it again, I would say inherit the 1 million just all in a lump sum, because that money could go a lot further if you invest it.
If it's strings that are like, oh, you could only use it for certain things, like an investment, buying a property, funding your education, like if it was things like that, I would do that. But if it's like, I don't even know what bad strings could be. I mean, sometimes you can only use it after a certain age or like whatever. But low key, I think I'm gonna do that.
I think
I changed my mind.
I think regardless, like getting it in a lump sum, it's good. Depending what the strings are, it's gonna be more beneficial regardless. So I
kind of think so too.
I would choose that one overall. Would you rather have a modest income doing what you love, or be rich doing something you hate?
Something I love, for sure.
Yeah, that's your quality of life.
Exactly. And
it's like that goes so much further than like making money but then hating your life. Like making a lot of money.
No, I'm good.
I've always said I'd rather be borderline broke and be happy within my life every single day and not stressed and not like hating what I do, rather than, making a bunch of money and like detesting my job.
I fully agree. Sometimes I'm like, I could just be broke and not do anything and not have a job because I feel like it. So
yeah,
just because I'm at peace doing nothing. But
honestly, mood.
Yeah, no, I think I would. Yeah, same thing. Modest and something you love, for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like what a lot of people don't realize is like your job is literally 5 days a week if you work full time, 40 hours a week, which is...
Oh God, add that up. That's like your whole life.
Yeah, so definitely life lesson here. Try to prioritize being happy over money, because money only goes so far, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And some of the richest people in the world are not happy. So
exactly. And what does that go to? I mean, it could to a certain extent, freedom and stuff, but then after that, it's like the more and more and more you have, it's like it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Would you rather, I guess this more applies to you. Would you rather,
okay,
it's because it's about relationships, but you'll see why. Would you rather fall in love during a vacation or with someone you see every day?
Well, definitely someone I see every day, but like something about a vacation romance,
It does kind of hit, doesn't it?
But if then you have to be long distance and all that, like, no. That's not fun.
No.
But the people I see every day are not that hot, so...
That's hilarious.
I don't know. I feel like the obvious answer is someone that you see every day, so you could actually maintain a relationship with them.
Yeah.
But a vacation romance would be fun.
But
they only last so long.
Would be fun. Yeah, well,
not always.
Unless like the guy's willing to put in, like you're both willing to put in the effort, but like unless he chases after you and it's like, no, I don't care where you live, you're mine. Like, do you know what I mean?
Okay, then that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I always feel like you're just like on highs on vacation anyway, so like it would be probably like extra fun to like fall in love with someone on vacation. That would be so fun.
Have a little vacation fling, see where it goes.
Yeah. It's so funny because it's so common when you go to Mexico that there's other like people from where you're from there, that like there's so many times that like I've known people that have gone to Mexico and then they end up being like, ooh, this person was cute or whatever, and then they end up being like from the same, or they're like from BC as well, or like they come back and they're like, oh, they're literally from Surrey too.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, that's really funny. So it could happen. You never know.
Yeah, that's so true. Would you rather have 5 great years with the one, or a lifetime with someone you like but don't love? Oh, definitely some 5 great years with the one.
I think so too.
Like, hands down, it's like if you get to experience like a love like that, then it's like you would, even if it was just for 5 years, it's like worth it to experience.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And why only 5 years if it's the one? Do they die?
Maybe. Chat
like,
didn't elaborate.
Ending? What's the ending, chat?
Okay, that would be a sad ending, but not thinking like that.
I don't know. 5 years with the one. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's definitely the answer.
Yeah.
Would you rather be with someone who challenges you emotionally or supports you unconditionally?
What do you mean by challenges you emotionally?
I don't know. Maybe like...
That just sounds like being difficult.
Maybe... Oh, that's true. Like, you could definitely interpret that in two different ways.
So I don't know what that means.
My first thought was challenge you emotionally, meaning like make you a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Or like kind of push you out of your comfort zone maybe when it comes to that. Or somebody who just kind of sits back and supports you unconditionally.
Oh, you know what? I think that means challenges you, like faces you on stuff.
Yes.
Like
yes.
That's like if you're like, oh, this. I'm like, okay, yeah, but is it really
yes.
like that? Like that would be like challenging you rather than just being like, okay.
But I would say for sure that the challenging. We love a supportive partner, obviously. But I think what overrides that is like somebody who is open-minded and can kind of challenge you on things, because there's a lot of answers that we don't know really in this lifetime that just don't have a concrete answer, that everybody has different opinions about. So it's like I like being challenged when it comes to those types of things, because then it allows me to stand on what I believe, and I don't know, maybe it'll open my mind up a bit to other things too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously both, but I don't know. I think it depends on the day.
I think a mix of both at the end of the day, like if you didn't have to choose one.
Yeah, I mean, like it really depends on the day. 'Cause some days I want to be challenged in things, and some days I really don't. Like I'm like, no, just take it as it is. So I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say supports unconditionally. Someone else, my friends, can challenge me emotionally. I just need a man to support all my delusions.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's what I would pick for right now.
I get that.
I think I'd challenge myself emotionally, TBH.
That's a good thing.
Me and me against the world.
Would you rather outgrow your childhood friends or stay close but feel disconnected?
I think outgrow.
Yeah, honestly, because then it's like at least you cut the ties rather than holding on to it when it's not really there anymore.
I'm not really friends with any of like my childhood friends anymore, to be honest. Obviously, I have like one main friend who's been a childhood friend, but that's like different. Most of my childhood friends, I've totally disconnected with all of them, and I think that's fine. So I would probably pick disconnect, because I feel like we just hold on to things like that just because they're from childhood, but really like, I don't know, and feeling like the weird vibe just to like, it's almost like you have them in your life. It's like just for the amount of time you've known them, you want to keep them around sometimes.
Yeah, and that's just kind of an excuse, I feel like, where it's like, oh yeah, well, we've been friends for 10 years or 15 years, and it's like, how can we just let that friendship go? But it's like, babe, like that's the whole point, of your frontal lobe fully developing and growing up, is the fact
Agreed.
that you will grow apart potentially, and if that is the case, then that's okay to let it go, because no matter how many years you've been friends, that served a purpose at that time in your life, and that doesn't mean that needs to keep happening even though it's kind of faded out, like don't force it.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. I would just say disconnect. I mean, what? you need to cut it off. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I would pick that.
Yeah, same.
I just feel like it just takes weight off your shoulders. I think just having it just feels like a lot more grass you have to water in a way.
Yeah.
And I only want to water my little grass.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can't spread yourself thin.
You can't spread yourself too thin, okay? Imagine if I was watering this whole grass.
Yeah.
That's a lot of grass.
No, it wouldn't work out. Would you rather confront a friend who hurt you or silently let the relationship fade?
Confrontation, baby.
Yeah.
I am confrontational.
Yeah, I feel like it's important too. I guess it does also depend, like, your relationship.
I was going to say if the friendship is worth it or not.
Yeah, it really just depends, like, what if this is your 5th time confronting them and they still haven't changed? Then it's like, okay, at this point, I'm just going to let the relationship fade and, not put in effort. But I feel like if it's like, if they hurt you out of the blue, then it's like, yes, confront that because you need to move on in your head, or else you're always going to hold that against them.
Yeah, I definitely also think it's situational, but at the same time... Wait, I don't remember what the question is.
Would you rather confront them or just let it fade type of thing if they hurt you?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, with like the sun.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm just
it's
like
distracting.
My brain is like in such a mellow state.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I'm not holding any information well right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I would say confront them, to be honest, because then you can find a different outcome. Like maybe confronting them will lead to no longer having friendship the way it goes. I don't know. I just always find, for me, it's more important to just get your feelings out and like have things be said. I think getting things off your chest is better in my opinion, and that's what I prefer to do for myself. So I would say to be confrontational. That's what I would pick.
Yes, and I also feel like if it does come to a certain point though where it's like you're just kind of fed up and done, then that's when you're just gonna let it kind of fade out, and that's okay.
Yeah, if you're kind of like, I don't really care about this friendship anymore, to be honest. Like, then maybe I would pick that one, but in most cases, yeah.
Yeah, it just depends about a bunch of different things.
Us for every question.
Yeah.
It's situational.
It's so situational though.
It is, yeah. We're like, get deeper, chat.
Yeah, come on. Would you rather always be the planner in your friend group or never get to decide what to do?
Well, I already am the planner of the friend group, so I'm gonna have to pick that one. I'm also picky, so
I'm gonna go with never decide what to do, because I'm so like, I've never really been the planner. I mean, sometimes I will plan something, but at the same time, like, I'm honestly okay with just going with the vibe and just letting people plan it for me, you know?
Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah.
I'm very type A like that. Yeah, I would definitely have to plan everything, which kind of sucks. It's kind of nice though. Like, and for example, my trip to Japan, like all the trips I've gone on recently have been with friends, and I have been planning all of them or doing all of the work that goes into planning a trip. And it's actually been really, I said to my mom recently, I was like, Mom, I actually really appreciate that, like, you've taken the time to, like, book things, and, like, she's been calling places and making sure we can get tickets for stuff. She was very like, oh, we'll take it as it comes, like, before, but me saying that I find it's a lot for me, and it is exhausting to plan everything all the time. And then I would just love to have someone come in, like, one time for once and plan things so I don't have to. She's done that, and I said, I really appreciate that, Mom. And she was like, oh, I'm happy that you appreciate it.
That's funny.
So I would have to choose that, because it does feel exhausting, even though, like, I am picky and I like to kind of get things done. Sometimes it's exhausting. I'm like, I just want to show up and be pretty sometimes. I don't want to have to make all the plans going into that.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I'm more of the stance where, like, let's say we booked a trip, like, I will also be booking it. With those types of things, like, like the trips that I've gone on, honestly, I've done all, like, the planning and the booking.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it being the other way either. But obviously, when it comes to trips and stuff, like, pitch in, you know? People have to pitch in a little bit, because then it's kind of just feels like, oh, everybody's just paying and then showing up and not putting in any of the work.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it just depends what kind of trip and stuff and whatever. But overall, if it's a would you rather type of situation, I would just say I'm more of the person that's just going to be, like, going along with it. So,
yeah.
But again, situational.
Yeah, I get it.
Would you rather work 4 days a week in office or 7 days from anywhere in the world? Oh,
7 days?
Damn. That is...
Wait, so you have to work every day, but you can work from wherever you want? Doesn't matter?
Yeah. Or 4 days in office, which would give you a 3-day weekend.
TBH, I think I'm going to have to pick the 4 days.
Honestly...
I'm a little bit lazy.
It's like, what? Working 7 days a week? Like, that's crazy. And also...
What's your job?
Yeah. And
how much do you get paid if you're working 7 days?
And
that's what I need to know.
If you are working 7 days a week somewhere, is that not... That's taking away from the place that you're at. You know?
Yeah. Like, how much do you still get to experience the places you are?
Yeah, I would say 4 days in office as well. Which
you just kind of get it done. 4 days, then you have 3 days off.
Yeah, and then it's like you can really focus those 3 days on being present in the moment, rather than working those 7 days and you're not really present and enjoying it.
I would agree as well. In 7 days, that sounds like shit.
Like, girl, take a day off. Come on, chat. Take a day off.
Exactly. Especially depending on the job. Not for me. Like, it's computer. Like, clearly, if you can work anywhere, it's computer work or phone calls. And it's like, then you have to be on your phone or your computer all day of those 7 days. So, no thanks.
Okay. Would you rather be famous for your job or unknown but make a huge impact? I would choose the unknown and make a huge impact, because at the end of the day, it's just like, sure, the attention could be nice, but I feel like that gets really old really fast, you know? And rather than like just kind of flying under the radar, but making like a huge impact on people's lives and stuff.
I think I would choose that one too. I mean, I would love a good mixture, but you know.
Yeah, but you know, you can't have it all with chat.
Then yeah, chat, if I had to pick one, I would choose the impact.
Yeah.
Because if it's just be famous but have no impact,
yeah,
then that's lame.
Then what's the point of that?
Why would you want to do that? So yeah, I would say the impact.
Same here.
Underdog story. We'd love an underdog.
Yeah, literally. Would you rather spend your 20s chasing your dream job or building financial security? 100% chasing your dream job for me. Honestly, in your 20s, sure,
yeah,
you want some sort of financial security, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like that's what your 20s are for, is for chasing like your dream life.
Yeah, I agree on that too. 20s are so experimental and just the time to find yourself, and I think chasing your goals, your dreams, I think that's more fun. I mean, I can definitely see where people would disagree on that, because then you're kind of set up. If you're financially stable, then you can just do that stuff the rest of your life. But I don't know. I feel like in my youngest prime, you want to do stuff like that. Yeah. I would agree with you.
Yeah. Okay. This is actually a really good one. Would you rather have a rewind button for your life or a pause button? That is such a good one. Such a good one. Okay. Off the bat, I'm saying a pause button.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of agree too, because in my sense, my brain went for a rewind. Like, it's just like living in the past is way too much. Like, I feel like it'd be really hard to keep moving forward. Like, I feel like you would just want to rewind all the time and relive things. Or like, if you did something you think was embarrassing, you'd like rewind it and see it a million times. I feel like it would just be so bad for your mental health if you had a rewind button.
Like, I feel like you would always be living in the past if you had a rewind button.
Yeah, so I would say pause, because sometimes life just moves way too damn fast and you're like, can I just sit in this minute for a little longer?
That exactly. Like, if you're really enjoying a vacation, if you're really just in the moment.
Pause.
It's like, I'm pausing this for like a month, okay?
Yeah. No, I would agree. I would do that too.
Definitely pause moment.
Yes.
But tempting to rewind for sure.
It is tempting, that's for sure.
Yeah. Would you rather accidentally like your ex's new partner's post from 2016? Oh, you're stalking.
Oh, no.
Or send a risky text to the wrong person. Ooh. Because, like, if you like that photo, they know you're stalking.
They know, and they know. They're like, ooh.
Yeah.
There's something to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, they're stalking my account.
That's awkward. But okay, I think I'd say risky text, because you could play that off.
Yeah.
Like, so good. You could play that off.
I think I would pick that too. I mean, depends on how risky it is.
Is it what it is?
Is it risky or is it risque?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I think I would have to pick that one too. I feel like you said, you could kind of play it off a little bit better.
Yeah.
Unless like you like the photo and unlike it 1 second later and they don't notice. Like,
yeah. But this is probably in the circumstance that you liked it and you didn't realize.
Yeah. So that's so embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yikes.
From 2016 too is crazy. Not even like it's the newest photo.
No, that's like 10 years ago, babe.
That's some stockage.
Would you rather your search history be made public or your camera roll? What have I been searching up these days? I'd say my search history.
Me too, because my search history would just be stupid shit and online shopping.
My search history is probably like good matcha near me.
Mine is literally just like all things or like dumb health questions.
Yeah.
Being like, is it normal for this? Like, yeah. I feel like I would rather that. I don't search up anything weird on the internet, like, to be honest.
Yeah, neither do I.
TikTok search history might be a different story. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you looking on TikTok?
I don't know. Like, my camera roll also, too, would be fine. I would just be like, I might be embarrassed the amount of, like, pictures of myself there are.
But that's why I wouldn't want my camera roll leaked, because it's like people are going to be like, you are so self-absorbed.
Yeah.
So we're going with internet history on this one.
I think I would do that, too.
Because honestly, that would just be funny to look through. Like, it would actually be hilarious to see what I've searched up and just like have a cackle at it, because I know it's the most random things ever.
I would like to see it myself, actually.
I know. At one point, I had like 300 tabs open.
I'm like a neat freak with my tabs. Like, as soon as I'm done with it, I'm like, closed it. But like, if I have an online shopping cart, I leave that tab open, because I'm like, the stuff's in my car, I'm leaving it there. It's like things that I want to remember to look at again, or remember to like go back and buy. Then I leave them open. If not, shutting it.
Yeah.
So I keep them clean.
Yeah, no, that's good. I thought that Google just automatically would like erase the tabs. And then I looked back and I'm like, oh, none of these actually ever erased. So
when you're outside and you have drinks, do you like look in the straw before you have a sip?
Oh, yeah.
I get scared a bug's going to crawl in it.
Oh, for sure.
Because the amount of people I've heard, especially in like drink cans, where a bee goes in and then they get stung. I'm going to add that to my top fears list.
That's hilarious.
Thinking about it. That's horrifying.
No, that is so scary. Like, especially because it's so unexpected. No.
Yeah.
Would you rather always have to sing instead of talk, or dance instead of walk?
I think I would pick dance, because that would just be more funny.
That would be actually hilarious.
The singing would be really annoying.
Hi guys, what is up today?
It would sound like you're permanently in auto-tune. If there was like auto-tune on my voice, like, you know, the funny auto-tune, I would pick that one. But
it's like the Morgan J show.
Yes, dude, he's all over my For You page.
Same.
I've only ever seen him in like the last couple weeks on his tours, and it's so funny. I literally watched like 3 of them this morning.
I'm actually same, dude. They've been all over my For You page.
I don't even know what else he does. Like, when he's on stage, I've only ever seen the videos of him in the audience.
And I'm so sad that he came to Vancouver in October, and I didn't go.
I didn't know he existed then.
Neither did I. And all of a sudden, his videos are literally plastered on my For You page.
He's so funny.
And I want to go to his show so bad and get on that mic.
So if that's what I would sound like, then I would pick that one, because it's funny. But if not, then I just imagine yourself just like dancing around at all times instead of walking.
You're just like jigging.
So funny. You're like doing the robot as you're walking.
That's hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd pick that too.
I would, same thing. If I had auto-tune, definitely sing. But then If I didn't, then I would dance and I walk because that's just hilarious. Like imagine like there's just crowds of people just like dancing. That would be hilarious.
And everyone's like not aligned with their dance moves.
Yeah, it's just all different, like a different
totally
genre.
Different.
That would be hilarious. Funny. I want to see that in real time. Come on, let's make it happen. Let's like. I feel like that would just like up the vibe of the universe.
That's like a freestyle circle going on.
Yeah,
but everyone. It's like a mosh pit but freestyle.
That's hilarious. Okay, last question. Would you rather meet your future self or your past self?
I think I would have to pick future because I think past, a lot of people would maybe think to, you know, tell them things before they happen or like warn them or like do better. But I feel like everything that happens in your past like leads you to the person you are. So I wouldn't want to change anything or like pre-warn myself. And I feel like that's what you would do if you go to your past.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So that's why I say future, because I just think it would make me excited or like motivated to see where I'm at and then know like, okay, assuming that it would all be good, of course, but then being able to just be excited and be like, okay, life is good, everything works out, so like you're chilling, you can't have a worry in the world. That's where my head goes.
I would pick the same thing just because I was thinking the same thing where it's like if you went to go see your past self, you could change things that happen, like telling yourself, don't do this, do that.
Yeah.
And then that would kind of, you know, ruin where you're at now. So definitely meeting your future self would be super cool instead of your past self because that would just be so motivating. And the only time I could see the past self being really beneficial is if like, you know, you experienced some trauma and whatever, but then you went to go talk to your younger self and you were like, no, like don't listen to them, like you're confident, you're strong, kind of in that manner. So I feel like if I had some like, you know, bad deep trauma that has happened to me in the past, maybe I would pick my past self. But honestly, I think my past self, she felt pretty good about herself, so I think I would want to be my future self.
I would too. That would be my pick.
Yeah, which would be super cool
because she's probably slaying out there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I want to see how she's aging.
You're like, do I need to put on an extra layer of SPF or not?
Do I need can't speak. Do I need to start putting on anti-wrinkle cream or not?
Do I need retinol or Botox? What do I need?
Or what?
Yeah. Please tell me, girl. That's hilarious. That's so
But yeah, I would pick future for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess that kind of wraps up today's episode. This was super fun.
This was fun.
We should totally do this again.
We shall.
Next episode, we're going to be asking questions. So...
At the beach?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll
that would be
see. But let us know down below what you guys want to see next. And make sure to follow our Instagram.
Q&A questions. Let us know. That's the T.
Yes. Make sure to follow our Instagram so you can participate in that or leave them down below or whatever. But we will be skipping next week's episode.
Yeah, sorry, guys. And also, this week's episode, when you're seeing this video, last week's episode, the video format wasn't posted on Spotify. We were having some crazy technical difficulties, wasn't posting. So that was up late. So apologies for that. But that was not our fault. That was a big old technical issue. But the audio is up. And obviously, you can always check out the video format on our YouTube as always and subscribe to us there. But yeah, we will be taking another 1 week off. Sorry in advance. It's travel season.
Trying
to live our best lives out here, guys.
Yeah, trying to travel as much as possible.
But yeah, I will miss you in the meantime, guys.
Yeah, we will miss you. But that's okay because we'll be back the following week.
Yes.
And we're going to post every week as much as we can. So stay tuned. Don't forget to follow.
Absolutely.
And we'll try to keep you updated on our Instagram in real time. So if you want real time updates, go on there. But anyways, yeah, we love you guys so much. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys in our next episode.
Bye.
Bye, guys.